Hello, hello. Welcome to Verbling. Hi there. I'm teacher Oakley. And for the next hour, we are going to be learning some English vocabulary, basic and yet abstract. Doing a few classes this week to learn basic abstract vocabulary. Yesterday we looked at size and shape, and today we're going to look at speed and distance. We'll have a little bit of discussion, and we'll also do some exercises together to look at both some specific words and a number of phrases, as well as collocation of prepositions when talking about speed and distance and place. So, quite a bit of good stuff to learn today. Welcome to the class, Abimelech. Howdy, howdy.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Cool. All right. Nice to have you back again. Okay. We're going to be talking about speed and distance. Abimelech, what is the fastest you have ever traveled in a car? The fastest speed?
It's only 120 kilometers per hour.
That's nothing. Oh, piece of cake. I could do that on my bicycle. No, just kidding. Okay. What is the, all right, so much for speed. What is the farthest distance you have ever traveled at one go? The farthest journey, we could say.
Maybe 500 kilometers.
Okay. All right. So you're ready. You're going to learn some English so you can do some longer. You need to 5,000 kilometers. Okay. All right. I would also like to welcome Liliana.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm just ducky, Liliana. Thank you for asking. How are you today?
Thank you, teacher. I'm fine.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
From Colombia. I love your name, by the way.
Yes.
Very, very pretty name. Okay. I also love Alejandra's name. Alejandra, I love your name. Welcome to the class.
Hello,
Good to see
teacher.
you. Howdy, howdy. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. And also, let me welcome Julia. Hi, Julia.
Hello, Oakley. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. I'm doing great. Thanks, Julia. How are you today?
Hey, good, thanks.
Good. All right. Welcome to the class. And I also would like to welcome Mauricio. Hi, Mauricio.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. How are you today?
Good, Angel.
I'm good, thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do a screen share with you, and we're going to talk about speed and distance. Not only are we going to learn a little vocabulary, we're going to look at some phrases, which I hope will be very useful to you in just normal English conversation and communication, because they're quite common. As well, we're going to look at some prepositions that we use to talk about distance and place. Okay. All right. First of all, we're going to look at some expressions, some distance expressions. All right. I've got half a dozen here. Okay. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's in the next street, miles away. These are all very common. It's 10 minutes by car. It's just across the road. Now, I'm going to go through these with you, and we have matching phrases, which we could say, which the matching phrases are a little more direct and concrete, but your job is going to be, I'll scroll down and you stop me when I find the right one. So Abimelech, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
It's in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so directly opposite, quite near, miles from anywhere, just around the corner. It's a 10-minute drive. It's a long way away. What do you think? What do you think matches? It's in the middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere. It's miles from anywhere.
Miles from anywhere. Okay. It's in the middle of nowhere. Now, we say this, for example, about a town or a place, some destination we have, which is, okay, far off the beaten path. Ooh, there's another expression for you, which is very similar. Far off the beaten path. Okay. It's very far away from anything else. Civilization or whatever. Why is this not working? Okay. All right, something's in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to, it both means that it's hard to find and it's far away from basically any city or civilization. Okay. Here's another one. Okay, it's off the beaten path. Here's another one for you. I like this one because I'm an American and I live in the Philippines, and this actually uses a Philippines Tagalog word, but it's an English expression. Okay, it's out in the boondock, or in the boondocks. Out in the boondocks. Boondock is a Tagalog word for mountains. So I don't know how this came across over to America, but this is a common expression in the United States. It's out in the boondocks. Or yet another one, out in the sticks. Like to imply that it's out in the forest or out in the woods, far away from a city center or a town or civilization. Okay. Nader, welcome. Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Get to you in just a minute. Liliana, you were next in the class. Let's have you take a look at this next one. It's in the next street. Okay, it's in the next street. Would that be closest to directly opposite? It's quite near. Miles from anywhere we've already got, just around the corner. It's a 10-minute drive. It's a long way. What do you think is closest?
I think it's just round the corner.
I think that's pretty close, yeah. It's just around the corner. One thing to note here, British always say round. I don't know why. They, in idiomatic expressions or set phrases, they say round. Come round my house tonight. Americans say around with an A in front. We always do. It's just around the corner, I would say. Okay, this is a very common expression. It's just around the corner. And frankly, also, it's in the next street. I would probably also say it's on the next street. If I was talking about a store or a shop or something. Okay, I might say it's right around the corner. Okay, good job. Alejandro, how about the next one? It's miles away. All right. What do you think? It's a long way away. 10 minutes drive, just around the corner.
It's a long way away.
I think so. It's miles away. Yeah, it's a long way away. It's miles. Maybe you hear it's miles from here. Okay. Fair enough. All right, that one's pretty simple. Okay, Julia, how about the next one? 10 minutes by car.
It's a 10 minutes drive.
Yes. Okay, now here I have to say, English speakers, they may actually give you a distance in distance. Of course, Americans and Brits still use miles. All right, so you know if you're speaking to an English speaker, they may tell you about it's miles away, or it's blocks away, or yards away. Okay, but they may tell you distance, or they may tell you time. Now, okay, it's a 10-minute drive. Clearly indicates it's in a car. But you would very commonly hear English speakers say it's just 10 minutes away. But if they want to make it clear, they might say it's a 10-minute walk or it's a 10-minute drive, just to make it clear whether they're speaking about driving or walking or flying. It's an hour flight, either any of those. Okay, Mauricio, it's just across the road.
It's quite near.
Well, yeah.
Or,
Obviously, it is quite near. That's true.
or maybe number 4, around the just around the corner.
Just around the corner. Well, around the corner means you go down the street and then you take a right, like 90 degrees. So you actually have to go around a corner, is what it's implied here. Okay. However, if it's just across the road or just across the street, actually probably that means it's directly opposite. So you're on one side of the street, you walk across the street, there it is. So you don't have to walk down the street around the corner, it's just across the road. Okay, now it may be directly opposite, or it could be, you know, 1 or 2 houses on either side. If it's on a corner, okay, a 4-way corner, right, 2 streets that intersect, that cross each other, if it's across diagonally, all right, then you might hear an English speaker say it's catty corner, or maybe kitty corner. Okay, this means a diagonal across an intersection. Instead of saying it's across the street or it's directly opposite, we would say it's kitty corner or catty corner, one or the other. All right. Why? I don't know. It's a weird expression, but we definitely use it quite commonly in English. Okay, Nader, you get a pretty easy one. It's not very far away. What do you think? Directly opposite, quite near. Yeah, I think so. It's quite near. Not very far away. It's quite near. You're right next to it. Okay. That one's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. Okay. Let's look at some more phrases. Okay, as I said, we sometimes use how much time with walk. It's only 5 minutes walk. It's not far. It's a long way. It's miles. Where would you use this? All right, practically speaking. Which expression, and there's 3 possible answers, so all right, should be easy to start out with. Abimelech, what expression would you use? Shall we get a taxi to the restaurant? Now, notice that they all say no. Shall we get a taxi to the restaurant? Abimelech, are you there? Yeah.
No. No, it's not far.
It's not far, sure. Liliana, what's another one we might say?
No, it's too far to walk.
Well, shall we
Maybe.
get a taxi to the restaurant? No, let's not get a taxi.
Okay.
Okay. It's not
Uh,
far, Abimelech said.
no, it's a long way away.
No, I don't think so. I think
No?
they don't need to take a taxi because it's a short distance. Okay, one person, oh, I'm sorry. One person, this is two people talking. So one person says, shall we get a taxi to the restaurant? The other person might reply, no, it's not far. No need for a taxi. Okay.
Okay. It's only 5 minutes walk.
Okay. All right. Liliana, if you have, what's your what's your limit for walking? Okay. How far are you going to walk before you get a taxi or whatever kind of public transportation you have there in Colombia? What's your limit?
1 hour.
1 hour? No.
Yes.
I do not believe
Yes.
you. You're going to walk an hour?
Yes, yes. In Bogota, Colombia is very traffic.
Ah, okay. Okay, it's heavy traffic.
Heavy traffic.
Heavy traffic. Oh, so you would rather walk for an hour than take a taxi or a bus or something?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Really? No kidding. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Almost.
Okay, well, okay. As an American, I thought I was willing to walk a long way. I don't mind walking like 20 minutes, say. Let's say. If I'm out to take a walk, I'll walk for an hour. But if I'm going somewhere to the post office or to the bank, I'll walk 20 minutes. Otherwise, I'm too lazy. But okay. Here, where I live, though, Liliana, in the Philippines, I swear to you, I'm not joking. I've seen people get on the bus and go like maybe 30 meters.
Three.
And get off the bus again. I swear it's true. It's crazy. No one will walk even 10 steps is like the limit here in the Philippines. Really, seriously. Okay, Alejandro, how far would you walk without taking a bus or a taxi or some kind of other transportation?
Excuse me, can you repeat, please?
Sure. How far would you walk before you would take a bus or a taxi or something like that? 10 minutes? 5 minutes? 20 minutes?
Less. 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. Very good. 1 minute is the limit. All right. Okay. Alejandro, shall we get a taxi to the restaurant? And you might reply, no.
No, it's just round the corner.
Yeah, it's just around the corner. We just got to walk around the corner. No problem. All right, how about the opposite? Now this is going to be quite obvious. Shall we walk to the restaurant, Julia?
Yes.
Yes, we shall.
Can we see the?
Yes.
It's
Okay. No, we shouldn't
no.
walk.
It's a long way away. No,
It's a long way away. Yeah, that's right. No, let's not walk. It's a long way away. That's right. Very good. Julia, how far would you walk? What is
Mm,
a long way to walk for you?
a long way to walk.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 kilometers.
What? Okay.
Five,
That's not a
five
walk.
kilometers.
That's a hike. That's not a walk. I mean, to get
5
milk.
kilometers.
You need to get bread, or you need to go get some medicine, or something like that. To run an errand, a common everyday errand, you need to go to the bank or to the post office or something. How far would you walk? 10 kilometers? No.
No, no, no. No, only 1 kilometer.
1 kilometer. Okay, well, that's
Yes.
reasonable, I think. All right. All right. Very good. Mauricio,
Yeah.
how about you? I'm taking a poll. How far would you walk to get some milk?
Oh, maybe 15 or 20 minutes.
15 or 20 minutes. Okay, I'm with you. All right. Okay, that's about my limit as well. Okay. Mauricio, shall we walk to the restaurant? No. You're going to, first of all, no.
Yeah, no. It's a long way away. Or
Yeah. Give me another one. Julia gave me that one.
it's miles away.
It's miles away. I'm not walking that far. Are you crazy? Okay, very good. Shadow. Hello. Welcome to the
Hello.
class.
Hello, teacher. Hello,
Hi.
everybody.
Sorry, I really wasn't ignoring you. I'm sorry.
It's
I
okay.
was getting all excited about seeing how far people would walk. I'll ask you in just a minute. Nader, how far would you walk? You like to
In
walk.
perfect conditions? Yes, I like to walk. If I'm going to, if it's a walk, I can go up to like 8 kilometers or 10 kilometers maybe.
Yeah,
But
you like,
if I'm
you
going
like
to buy something,
yeah.
yes. But if I have to buy something and the weather is okay, I can go 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers.
Okay. All right. That's great. All right. Give us our last one here. Shall we walk to the restaurant?
No, it's too far to walk.
It's too far to walk. Okay. This is extremely common for English speakers. I'll tell you right now. Nah, it's too far to walk. Let's take my car. Okay. In reality, Americans always take their car, even if they're driving, 100 meters is definitely distance enough to take your car.
Do you have grocery stores near to your house in USA?
In USA? No, I always had to drive to the
Yes.
grocery store.
Yes,
Virtually
I
always.
saw so.
Even when you live in a city, you have to drive to the grocery store or the supermarket. Really, it just never happens that it never happened to me, where I lived very close to a supermarket. They're spread out, really. Here in the Philippines is great because they have what's called a sari-sari store, and basically people take one room in their house and open it up to the street and sell basic goods: bread, milk, toothpaste, simple soda, beer and cigarettes, aspirin, simple medicines, and flour, sugar, salt, all the basic necessities that you need, and oil, cooking oil, anything like that. And literally in the Philippines, every maybe fifth house is a sari-sari store in the whole country. So you never have to walk. You never have to walk more than 10 meters to buy anything that you need. So it's great. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Shadow, how far would you walk to get loaf of bread, for example?
Uh, maybe 20 minutes.
20 minutes. All right. That was my answer. Okay. Very good. Okay, Shadow, I'm going to have you do something different. Start us off with something different here. Okay, expressions with prepositions. Now we're going to look right. You're going to do fill in the blank. Again, it's going to be in the form of a dialogue. One person says one thing, and the person might respond with another answer. The answer will have fill in the blanks. Now, if you request me to, I will show you the prepositions again, but take a good look at these, everyone. In, on, to, into, from, by, via, or via. Okay, this word gets pronounced two ways, and it's perfectly okay that some people say via and some people say via. It's perfectly all right. All right. Think about the prepositions you're going to fill in the blank with. And Shadow, you get a big long one here. Okay, go ahead and read it and fill in the blanks with hopefully the correct prepositions. Shadow, are you flying to Paris?
Well, we have thought about it. It's only an hour by plane. Driving isn't really any cheaper, and it's much longer. It's at least 100 miles. Uh, you know, here, not sure. 100 mile from here to the tunnel.
Ah, very good.
Then it takes you over an hour by the time you I don't know what's the word. You quit.
Q. It sounds, you pronounce it exactly like the letter Q in the alphabet. Q.
An hour by the time you queue. Then when you get to the other side, it's a good 2-hour drive into Paris.
Okay, into Paris. You could say to or into. Very good job. You got all of the prepositions correct. All right. If you're talking about your mode or your way of transportation, I'm going by bus, I'm going by cruise ship, I'm going by plane, we use by, if that's what you're trying to express. Good job. And you're talking about distance from one place to another. Obviously, it's from here to there. Okay, from Seville to Madrid, whatever. Q. British use it a lot more than Americans do. Okay, it means to wait in line. Americans normally just say wait in line. But that's basically what it means. And the last one, a 2-hour drive into Paris, or to Paris, it doesn't matter. There's a slight difference in meaning, okay? If I use it's a 2-hour drive to Paris, I'm intimating, I'm suggesting to the border of the city of Paris. It's 2 hours. If I say it's a 2-hour drive into Paris, I'm implying that it's a 2-hour drive to get into the center of Paris. Sometimes in and into are interchangeable. Sometimes to and into are interchangeable. We use into when we're talking about going right into the middle of something. Okay. Okay. Nader has posed a question over here, which I will now address. He asks if we have two pronunciations of mobile or mobile. Okay. Well, when we use it as an adjective, like a mobile phone, we often say mobile. Or sometimes when we use it as an adjective, saying, okay, I'm calling you on my mobile phone. I'm mobile right now. Okay, I'm moving. Yes, you will hear people say mobile. Mobile. I'm mobile. Mm, rarely in conjunction with like your phone. Usually it's mobile phone, not normally mobile phone. I've heard that too. All right, never mind. Yes, let me just give you the easy answer. Yes, you can pronounce it both ways. I'm trying to think of when I would say it one way or the other because I pronounce it both ways depending on what I say. Mobile phone. Um, um, let's go mobile. Okay, if I want to stress, the movement. Sometimes I use a harder vowel sound. I don't know. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason. It could be either way. Abimelech, back to you. How far is it to Gothenburg?
Uh, to to Harwich, it's a 36-hour ferry crossing.
But we're going to Gothenburg. So we have the two part. This is a question asked kind of the opposite way. Okay.
What is Harwich? Is it place name or?
Yeah, it's a place name. The capital letter here. Yeah, they're both place names. He wants to get from one city to another. But he wants to get to Gothenburg.
Okay, via Harwich.
Ooh, okay. Well, actually, it could be. I was thinking from to. When we're talking about distance, we usually say from here to there. I was thinking from Harwich, it's a 36-hour ferry crossing. But your answer, it would work. But what would that mean if you said via Harwich?
Via Harwich means first you have to cross Harwich.
That's right. Exactly. Very good. That means that on your trip from wherever you begin, you go to Harwich and then you go to Gothenburg. That's right. So via means to go through something. Actually, it comes from Latin. It actually literally is the word for road in Latin. Okay, it's a 36-hour ferry crossing. Nader, okay. You are out there in... Yeah, Nader, you've never been on a ferry?
I don't know what
Okay.
is a ferry.
A ferry is one of those boats that you usually get to get across a river or a lake, often a lake, or here in the Philippines and the islands, from one island to another. And usually you can drive your car.
You need to take your car.
That's
Yes,
right.
yes. No, I know.
You can take your car on it. That's right. Very good. Yeah.
And teacher?
I didn't have that experience before.
What's
Teacher?
that? Yes.
Via, it's common in America.
Well, yes and no. It's one of those words that's common if you have to explain. Well, often we use it this way, Mauricio. Okay, if there's two routes, all right, I'm going from, okay, where I lived in the United States to New York City. Okay, I could take the scenic route via the mountain pass, and that would take me about 7 hours, but it's much more beautiful, and it's a really nice drive. Or I could take the direct route and go via the largest city, and that way would take me only 5 hours. But it's not nearly as pretty, and it's kind of a very boring drive. Okay, so if I'm talking about alternate routes, I'll say, oh, go via this way and, you know, explain details. And if you go via that way, via that route, okay, via Route 14 or via Route 122. So in that case, when you're comparing routes, it is common. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you can say, do you accept payments via PayPal?
Oh, yeah, actually,
That's through
yes, you can. Good point. That's right. It's another use. Mm-hmm. By way of. It's kind of like saying by way of. Mm-hmm.
By
Very
way
good.
of or through?
or through. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Either one. Okay. You're welcome. Liliana, how far away is your office?
How far away is your office? It's a 15 minutes walk at home, but the bus only takes 5 minutes.
I don't think we have at. Okay.
No?
In, from, on, by, to, via, into.
Okay.
Again, we're going to the
From.
office from home. Very good.
From.
From home. That's
Yes,
right.
from home.
Very good. Now, since we're talking about distances and places, let me explain a little something about home. It is a weird exception in English. You can say from home. This sentence is perfectly okay, as Liliana said, a 15-minute walk from home. But you cannot say I'm going to home. All right?
To
I'm going to the mall. I'm going to the shoe store. I'm going to school. I can't say I'm going to home. It is the one place, noun, word that we don't use to when we're talking about direction and going there and crossing a distance. We never use going to home. You can be at home. You can travel from home, but we never say to home.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, thank you. Okay. Alejandro, how long is the flight to Tokyo?
The direct BA flight only takes about 11 hours, but we went to Bangkok and it took over 24 hours. Never again.
Never again. Okay. Now, they're going, okay, where are they going? Tokyo. Okay, they're going to Tokyo. They're taking BA, I'm guessing. Alejandro, what do you think BA is?
BA.
Take a guess.
BA. I'm sorry, I don't know.
No idea? Does anybody know? Can anybody guess? It's just silly trivia.
It's a flight number.
I'm going to guess it stands for this acronym. 2 letters, capital letters, by the way, it's called an acronym. I'm guessing it's British Airways.
Company.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, all right, the BA flight only takes about 11 hours to get to Tokyo. All right, their flight takes 11 hours, but we went, now here's where you go through another place first. So actually, the better answer, you might say we went to Bangkok first, and it took over 24 hours. That would be perfectly normal and okay to say. But here's where it would be normal. Mauricio was asking when we use via, this would be very normal for an English speaker to say, but we went via Bangkok, and it took over 24 hours. Never again. Sometimes, I've done quite a bit of flying in my life, and sometimes I don't understand this whole concept. Why? If I'm flying from New York to Los Angeles, why is it cheaper for me to fly to Florida first and then due south and then north and west instead of flying directly? Why is it cheaper for me to get off in Florida and change planes, get on another flight, and fly a total of 6,000 miles instead of 3,000 miles, but it costs half the price to fly twice as many miles? Why? Why? I don't know. Okay, anyway. Thank you for letting me vent my frustrations with the airline industry. Have you ever experienced that, Alejandro? Have you ever taken a ridiculous flight where they fly you way out of the way? They fly you via a place that's not even in the path?
In the past.
In the past. In the past. Okay. They fly you the path, the direct route. So it's not the direct route, but they fly you an extra 2,000 kilometers out of your way. No? Okay.
No.
Anyway, never mind. Yeah, connecting flights. That's what we're talking about. All right. Julia, have you any idea how far? Oh, okay. Oh, you can do the first part. Mauricio can finish it. Julia?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you any idea how far it is to Salisbury?
Very good. That's it. How far it is to
Well,
Salisbury?
well, if you go by the coast road, it will probably take you over 3 hours. But if you take the 827, then you probably do it on just under 2 hours. In just under 2 hours.
There you go. In. All right. If you go by the coast road, okay. That's right. Okay. If you're using that as your transportation, if you go by the coast road, it'll probably take you 3 hours. All right. You can probably do it in just under 2 hours. Okay. You're talking about time. It did it in 5 minutes. I can't believe how fast he did his homework. He did it in 5 minutes. He finished the test in a half an hour. Right. So in. Okay. Mauricio.
Yeah. I've got to change airports when I get to London. How far is Gatwick to Heathrow?
No. How far is Gatwick from?
From.
Yes.
Okay.
From Heathrow. Okay. Nader, can you answer?
It depends which way you go. You could either take the tube to central London, then get the train from Victoria, or you could just get the airport bus direct to Heathrow. It's only about 30 miles or so, and the bus takes about an hour, possibly less.
Okay. Which way is he going? Is he going from Gatwick to Heathrow or Heathrow to Gatwick?
From Gateway to Heathrow.
How far is Gatwick from Heathrow? Well, this is
No.
interesting and weird.
From the opposite, maybe.
Yeah.
From
probably,
Heathrow
if we ask this way, how far is Gatwick from Heathrow? He's probably at Heathrow.
So, yes, sure.
Right. Okay, so probably you can get the airport bus direct from Heathrow in this case, instead of two. Yeah.
Yes.
And here now, okay, with your other choice, this is you either take the tube. Okay, you said to central London. Now, because they mentioned central London, what I mentioned earlier about to and into, I would choose to use into here.
Okay.
Because you're talking about going right into the middle of it. What is a tube?
Underground.
Well, yes, it's in underground, the subway. You might have heard it called the underground or the subway. Or, of course, it could be a long, hollow structure like a straw or a pipe. Of course, could be. All right, but in this case, yeah, it's the we're definitely talking
Maybe
about
two worms talking to each other.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to talk about near and far with some of these words. Remote, near, nearby, far, long. Okay. All right. Prepositions and also adjectives and even a phrase stuck in there. In the distance. Okay, let's try this one. Shadow. Number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Try that one.
I stayed in a really lovely hotel nearby the railway station.
Okay, nearby the railway station. Yes, it could be, or it could be near. Why? Okay, this is really hard to explain. Usually you can say near or nearby, and it really doesn't make any difference at all. Here, it wouldn't matter at all, for example. Your answer is perfectly correct. Okay, I think there's a dentist's office nearby. It would be better to use nearby rather than I think there's a dentist's office near. You might say near here, in which case it would also be perfectly correct. Usually, okay, when it's at the end of a sentence, I don't think this is actually a rule. I think I'm making this up, just a personal observation. When we put it at the end of the sentence, we almost always use nearby. But if it's in the middle of a sentence, it's more common to hear near. I don't think that's actually a rule. Please don't quote me. But I just, in my normal use of English, I've noticed that. Abimelech, number 2.
How far is it to Pisa from here?
Very good. How far is it? Okay, when we're asking a direction for distance, very normal, of course, to ask how far is it.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Liliana, number 3.
My sister and her family have moved to northern Spain. It's a beautiful place, but it's a bit
Something.
remote, maybe?
Very
Remote?
good. Oh, nice job. Okay, it's a bit remote. It's
Yeah.
about 10 miles to the nearest town. All right, very good. I would definitely choose to use remote for a couple of reasons. One, because I have this sort of adverbial phrase here, which is definitely going to work on an adjective. So, yeah, I would definitely choose remote here.
Okay,
Okay, good job. All right,
thanks.
you're welcome. Alejandro, how about number 4?
Number 4. If you look carefully, you can just about see the sea. In the distance.
In the distance. Okay, perfect. Very good. Something you can barely see, you would describe it as being in the distance. Yes, sometimes you hear off in the distance. You could just barely see the castle walls off in the distance. All right, good job. All right, Julia, you want to try number 5?
I don't take much exercise during the week, but I go for a long walk every weekend.
All right, very good. A long walk. All right. All right. Yeah, you definitely would co-locate a long walk or a short walk. They're commonly said together to talk about, to talk about what? I don't know. Of course, we talked about this earlier in the class. It's up to the individual what is a long walk and what is a short walk. And I don't know if that really refers to the distance or the time. I guess it depends on the observer. Okay, Mauricio, try the last one here.
I stayed in a really nice hotel and had dinner in a restaurant nearby.
Nearby, and there it is at the end of a sentence. In a restaurant nearby. Okay. Yeah, you could not. Now here you would not use near. I stayed in a restaurant near. You could, but you would need to say have more mention. Okay, near only before the noun. Okay. And then only when referring to the time. Okay. All right. Okay, so nearby, that's why, okay, what I said actually is true. Okay, nearby can come before or after the noun, and that's why nearby is the only one you see at the end of a sentence. Okay. Just going on, teaching on an instinct, Nader. Okay, thank you for that information. All right. Okay. All right, here's an added little bonus phrase. If you need a noun, which means the area near where I live or you live, you can use in my neighborhood. All right. Yes, you can. What is the difference between in my neighborhood or on my street? Is there a difference, Nader?
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, maybe it's not on your street, but it's nearer to you, so it's in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's in the neighborhood. Maybe it's right around the corner, for example.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe it's not far away.
Maybe it's not. Okay. Very good. Okay, let's move on. Okay, more fill in the blank. Talking about now, we're going to talk about speed. Nader, do you speed when you drive your car?
Normally not, but if
Okay.
I have to, I do.
Let's check it. All right. Can you start us off with
When I'm going to the airport, I always.
Okay. All right. Can you start us off with A?
I was only doing.
Yep.
Yes. I was only doing 30 miles an hour.
Yeah. 30 miles an hour, of course, 30 kilometers an hour. You guys probably are more familiar with. All right. Very good. Shadow, B.
I was 20 miles an hour over the limit.
Over the limit. It is possible to also say under the limit. Okay. Notice that we don't even say speed limit. This is common to just, you can say speed limit. It's obviously correct, but this is called ellipsis. We know it's this, we're talking about the speed limit, so it's very common to just drop the word speed. All right. Good job. Abimelech, how about C?
He must have been doing more than 100.
Okay, more than 100. Okay. All right, must have been doing more than 100. Again, we just drop the, okay, miles per hour. We just drop that because we assume and we know that's what it is, so we don't really need to express it. Okay, he must have been doing more than 100. And also, Abimelech, we would say more than 100. We would actually stick in an article there, 100. Okay, hi, bye, Shadow. Hello, Max. Howdy, howdy.
Hello. How's it going?
It's
I'm
going.
Okay.
We're going.
Very fast.
We're over 100, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Get to you in just a second. Liliana, but this next one.
My new cars got maybe on on a speed of 150 or
Okay.
top. I don't
Probably
know, top or
probably top. Yeah.
top? Okay.
Top speed. The highest possible speed the car can go is 150. It's your
Okay.
top speed. Okay. Liliana, what is your top speed? What is the fastest
Uh,
you've ever
hmm.
gone in a car?
In Colombia is 18
18?
kilometers.
18 or 80?
80, sorry, 80.
80.
My
Oh,
18 kilometers.
all right.
Per hour.
That's the speed limit.
Yes.
Okay, but what's the fastest speed that you have gone?
No, this.
Oh, come on.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I don't, Liana, I don't know if I believe you. You say you can walk an hour and it's no problem. The fastest you've ever gone is 80 kilometers an hour. You never broke the speed limit.
Yes.
Really? All right.
Really?
Okay. What an
Really, really.
angel you are. Okay, sure. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't think the traffic police are monitoring verbally. Okay. All right. Alejandro, what's the fastest you have traveled? What speed?
The limit?
The limit. You guys. Who are you fooling? Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering what your top speed ever was. What's the fastest you have traveled in a car?
100 kilometers.
Really? Okay. All right. Okay. Can you try this next sentence for me here?
We did about 120 miles a day on average.
Okay. And the meaning here is that they traveled about 120 miles each day, which is a very strange number because it's very high for walking, but it's very low for driving. I don't really know what is their form of transportation here. It's very strange. I can't really conceive of what they're doing there. Okay, Julia, which one of these phrases would fit into this sentence?
When the speed camera caught me, we uh, we do no we
Okay, when the speed camera
when you when the speed camera went,
caught me, okay, notice the me.
I was only doing 30 miles.
Okay, I was 20 miles an hour over the limit, probably, because then it says he was fined 400 pounds. So he was over the limit. Have you, Julia, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
No.
No. What a bunch of angels you people are. Okay. Mauricio, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, all right. My man, all right. Finally. Get an honest answer. Okay. Not that I don't believe everyone else, of course. Mauricio, what might fit here?
It's a pity the national speed limit is only 70.
What might fit?
My new car's got a top speed of 150.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Mauricio, have you ever driven on the Autobahn in Germany?
Sorry?
uh,
In Germany?
yeah. You know, there's no speed limit highway.
Oh, no speed limit?
Yeah. You didn't know
Great.
that? Great. Yeah, have to go there. Okay, one more. Max, we decided to drive to Turkey. Max, are you there? No, he's not. Okay. Anyway, that's okay because I am actually overtime, out of time, and overtime. Thank you very much, everyone. And hope you learned a little bit about language for talking about speed and
Okay, thank you,
distance.
teacher.
All right. See you
Thanks,
guys again
teacher.
real soon. Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.